Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David SERERO, and I have the great pleasure to have today over the phone a fantastic and very, very talented lady. Her name is Sarah Henry. She's the Deputy Director and the Chief Curator of the Museum of the City of New York. Are you listening, guys? This is a first-class museum, and she is going to talk to us today about a fantastic new exhibition that is opening on November 18, right at the corner. It's called New York at its core, 400 years of New York City history. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm cracking my English. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only, the amazing Sarah Henry. How are you, Sarah, today?
Hello, I am very well and so excited to be talking to you and to tell you all about this landmark exhibition that we're opening at the Museum of the City of New York on Friday.
My dear, I can't wait. Are you going to see me already from Thursday night? You're going to see me there
that's good.
already waiting by the door, and probably I'm going to do the opening myself. You know, I have some friends who gave me copies of the keys I have already from that museum. No, I'm kidding. No, but I'm really, really excited. We're going to talk about all of that. But before, and this is a tradition on the show, my dear Sarah, before we talk about the museum, before we talk about this great exhibition that is opening on Friday, I would love to have a few words about yourself, if you don't mind. I would love to know where you're from, a little bit about your career, and what brought you to have this fantastic position. And God knows how the city of New York is very grateful to you for the fantastic work you're doing. So please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure, I'm delighted. Well, I am actually a born and bred New Yorker. I was born in New York. I went to public school here in New York City, and I did my graduate work here at Columbia University. I became a historian, and in 2001, I was very lucky to be offered a job here at the Museum of the City of New York, which has as its topic the best subject in the entire world, which is the City of New York. So because I love New York more than any other place, I felt like it was the best possible job anybody could have. And I've been here for almost 16 years. But the museum has never before had this permanent exhibition that really takes on the whole story of New York City. So it is really a highlight of my career.
Wow. Well, we are very grateful to you for putting this together. And indeed, there's one thing that you can probably hear from my accent from New Jersey. No, just kidding. No, but I was not born. I didn't have the chance to be born in this a great country, but now I'm very lucky to be a resident in New York. But I always see what is amazing in New York that you don't see with very, very few other cities in the world is that people, when they grew up in New York, they want to give back to the city. That's something that I really, really love, because a lot of people, as soon as they have another opportunity somewhere, they leave and they think about themselves. But what I really see in New York is that people are very patriotic with their own city, and they want to do things. So, and you are the perfect example. So, my dear Sarah, tell us a little bit how this great exhibition that is opening again on Friday, you guys have to go there, that is opening on Friday. Tell us a little bit about this, not a little bit, tell us as much as you want about this great exhibition. Tell us, first of all, how the idea was born.
Well, you know, the name of our museum, the Museum of the City of New York, has a promise in it, which everybody who comes here expects that they will be able to see an exhibition that gives an overview of New York City history. And actually, our museum, which is more than 90 years old, we've long wanted to do a show like this. And now we have the opportunity because we just finished a huge renovation here at the museum. We've been planning this show for 5 years. And the real challenge was how do you distill the story of New York? And by the way, it's not only the 400 years of history, but it's also a big piece of this is about the future of New York, where we're going to invite our visitors to help us envision where the city is going next. So it has been a wonderful but very daunting challenge to think about how to shape this story. We have dedicated the entire first floor of the museum, which, by the way, many of your listeners will know, is on Fifth Avenue at 104th Street.
Yeah.
The entire first floor is now going to be the signature experience, the past, present, and future of New York City. And you're right, I do feel very patriotic, but I'll tell you something else. You don't have to be born here to be a New Yorker. So we know that so many people who have come here, you can become a New Yorker almost overnight, and that this exhibition is for everybody. And it is about all of us. And one of the great things that has made New York, New York, is the diversity of the people coming from all over the world. We're so proud of that in New York City. So that is the inspiration for this exhibition. And many world cities have major museum exhibitions about themselves where the citizens can go, but also visitors from anywhere else in the world can come to learn that history. New York has never had this. So we really feel it's a privilege and an opportunity and a gift to the city to be able to provide a place where people can come, whether you grew up in New York, whether you just moved here, if you're just visiting, to really look at the question, and this is the question of the show, what makes New York, New York? We all know it's like no place else on earth, but this exhibition really digs in and tries to say, why? How did it get this way? What has shaped it? Where are we going next?
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me now, my dear Sarah, what are we going to see in this exhibition? Because I know you guys, because I know you, Sarah, you never just put a painting on the wall and that's it. You know, you like, that would be too easy for you. You like to create challenges. You like to do a big program around the art, and you have a unique way to how can I put this, to give the hand to people who would be sometimes either a little bit shy to go to a museum, but also people who are working the average, who are the average Joe, who are working the 9-to-5 job, and after their hard work, they want to go home and sleep. But you have a way to motivate them also to bring their families to the museum. So first of all, congratulations for that. And also, tell me, what are we going to see during this great exhibition?
Well, let me tell you about it. But first, I love that you said that about inviting people in who may not always have the opportunity to go to museums, because we really feel that we are a place for everyone. And this weekend, the first day of the exhibition is Friday, but Saturday and Sunday we are open for free.
Oh, my God.
All weekend, from Saturday morning at 10 a.m. straight through the night. You can come to an overnight film festival if you want, all the way through Sunday at 6. So we really are opening our doors to the whole city.
Well,
so having said that,
I'm going to bring my pillow, Sarah. I'm going
okay, that's good,
there,
right? Yeah, for stay overnight.
I'm going to bring
night at the museum.
People,
Night at the museum. So everybody is invited, though you should make a reservation so you don't have to stand on a long line. So we should encourage everyone to do that. So what are you going to see? Well, artifacts are very important. We have these wonderful things from the city's past that we have on view, these really rare artifacts. Some are paintings and sculptures, but they're also things of everyday life that really bring to life our connections to the people who occupied this city and these streets before. But we also have created a real sense of place and people, because in a city, it's about a place, and it's also more than that. It's about the people who live here.
Yeah.
So in all of the galleries, we have these big, beautiful images, moving images that show what New York looked like a long time ago, and also what it might look like in the future. And we, of course, use digital technology to create opportunities for people to dig deeper and to really engage with the fabric of the history, and even to design their own New York of the future. So it's great for every age, actually, where you can be in the driver's seat and try your hand at seeing what you would design here if you were in charge.
And also one thing I want to say, when you talk, you spoke about the people. what I love is that you would be able to see more than 400 significant objects from New York City icons. And listen to these guys. This is exactly the work of Sarah Henry, because she loves to diversify the audience. You will see work from from Alexander Hamilton, from J.P. Morgan, and also from Jay-Z, So just by these three people, and of course there are many, many more people, but just by these three people, that just gives you an idea of the large scale of what this exhibition is about. And you're going to show also, I saw on the website, as you said, the Future City Lab, but also the World City 1898-2012. We see all these great pictures of the old days. Oh my God, I'm such a huge fan. But also of the Port City from 1609 to 1898.
Yes.
So that's absolutely really, really wonderful. So when this exhibition will stop, because I know that you're not the kind of person who, when you do stuff, you do it for just 1 month. So is there any expiration date on this great exhibition?
There is no expiration date. We want it to be an ongoing resource for the city. School groups come in, of course. The teachers love this for their classrooms, but also families, people of all ages. And it is really intended to be the signature experience of the Museum of the City of New York. Also a place where all New Yorkers can come to learn about and debate their own history and think about where the city's going next. So no expiration date for this show.
And also I want to mention that you guys just renovated the museum. Is that right?
That is, yes. We've just finished a top-to-bottom renovation.
Wow.
And this is the jewel in the crown, the final touch on that renovation that has made the whole building fully climate controlled and all up to every kind of guidelines for museums. And now we're able to throw open the doors with New York at its core.
Wow. And you did all of that just with $100 million, which is for a museum absolutely nothing. When I see how much it cost me just to renovate my kitchen, to change the fridge.
Well, that has been a 10-year project.
Yeah.
To do this renovation at the museum in this beautiful landmark building from 1932, and we look forward to many, many more years of serving the people of New York, inviting them in. Look, this is a museum about all of us.
Yeah, yeah.
And about the city that we love or we hate, or we love it some days and hate it some days, but we all feel passionate about New York, right? There's nobody who feels neutral.
Yeah,
and
that's absolutely true. Yeah. And everybody loves New York. I think what makes New York is first the architecture, but it's also a city that makes you become better, better in everything you do. This is why this city is so much passionate, and you definitely is the best deputy director and chief curator that one could ever dream for a museum. So really, thank you so much, my dear Sarah. So, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, all great things have an end, and I know that Sarah is very, very busy before the opening on this Friday, the November 18th. It's a great exhibition, guys. It's called New York at its Core, 400 years of New York City history. And among our audience, we have a lot of museum director, and we have also a lot of journalists. So, my dear fellow journalists, please, please, please write about this exhibition. Don't wait to write about it in the summer. It's now when it's opening. You want people to come, and this is a fantastic museum. It's called the Museum of the City of New York, and they are located on 1220 Fifth Avenue at 103 Street, 103rd Street. They open daily from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., except, as said, our beloved friend Sarah, this weekend they have a special exhibition So, my dear Sarah, thank you very much, my dear. I really appreciate you took some time with us today.
Thank you. I loved talking to you, and I hope your listeners come to see New York at its core, and that they come this weekend to our festival that's called Gotham Groove. It's going to be a great party, and they should visit our website, mcny.org, and sign up and read all about it.
Definitely. If there is a dance party, are you going to dance with me one dance?
Oh, let's see. I think that would be fun. There's a silent disco on Saturday night.
So
we can put on the headphones.
You and I have to dance together.
All right. Great to talk to you.
Thank you so much, my dear. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is David SERERO from the Curator News. You can listen to us on iTunes Radio, iTunes Podcast, and SoundCloud. I had a great pleasure to have the amazing Sarah Henry, who is the Deputy Director and Chief Curator of the Museum of the City of New York. A great place. They're having their exhibition that is opening this Friday, November 18th, called New York at its core, 400 years of New York history. Do not miss it. Thank you so much, Sarah, and talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.